Hello, everyone. Hello, welcome to Angel Radio Tarot. I'm your host, CC. It's great to have you here. We're going to get started with a general read. Stick around till the end. Usually around the top of the hour, I save a little room for answering one lucky winner's question. So get in, hit that subscribe button and get into the chat. Enter your question only once, please. Let's get that setting for you right now. Make sure everybody's on the same page here. Yeah, so in just a few minutes, you'll have to be a subscriber to chat, but you can do that right away. And consider becoming a member to support the channel. I sure do appreciate it. See, someone here is steeping in, like, you're in your ambitious mode. Someone's got a project on their mind and they're excited about it. Yeah, transition here. There's something they want to get started. I'm not seeing it started, but just a lot of energy behind the idea. So excited about a new possibility here. What we have here is giving up. So the ambition is, someone's excited to be getting started with the next phase. Someone's excited that you're on your way or that you're about to be. But this giving up and feeling defeated here is about, like, oh, I can't work this anymore. Okay, I'm done. It's like cramming before a final, and then you get you hit that wall where you just can't absorb anymore, so you're giving up, and then you're just, I'm excited to go. I can't pack anymore. I can't get any more ready for this trip. Let's see. So yeah, someone's got this transition coming up. It's kind of the day before or the hour before, the night before something is about to begin. Again, like before someone's coronation. Maybe, I'm not a wedding. This doesn't feel like a wedding is about to take place. I'm not getting that kind of, because as soon as I mention wedding, I hear, doom and gloom, entrapment, the end of everything that's real. Yeah, that's avoiding. Let's avoid that tower, okay? Let's not do that tower. We can be not so ambitious, if that's what we're talking about here. Where you're willing to step back from getting excited about that. There's like instant wet blanket on that concept. So let's get this chat room sorted out here. Thank you, Luna. Thank you so much. Rachel Harrison, hi. Waiting for all this stuff to load. So you're very specific about what you want to have come from this. Like you've got an idea of what you would like to have happen. You've got your kind of hopes about how it's going to turn out. Like, oh, if I could be the lucky winner, it would be like this. You've got this kind of concept in your head of which prize you would like to have if you win and get your pick. There we go. Hi, Macy. Hi, yes. So sorry if you got bumped out there. I just fixed the settings. So if you want to get into the chat room, please come in. Hit that subscribe button now to do that. So yeah, you're very specific. You don't want to repeat just any old wish here. You're very conscious of, I don't want to do that again. And just be very careful about what you wish for. Like, I got to get more specific about, it's, once I made a wish of, look, I just want 30 minutes alone in a room with a gorgeous man. And I ended up sitting in almost like it was a debrief at a hospital with a gorgeous but very gay social worker, having this 30-minute having to basically having to testify. And it's like, that's not what I meant at all. That's not what you knew what I meant. There's a lot of that. Like, okay, Spirit, you know what I meant. But, oh, you're going to hand me that. You knew what I meant. 30 minutes alone in a room with a gorgeous man. I want to get very specific. You're going to have to get very specific. Careful what you wish for. Introspection, contemplation. You're spending more time now here. You're going to be spending some more time here, or there's a call for action. This is a repeat from a download earlier. Call for action is making a list, getting very specific about what your wish is, getting very, very specific. Oh, thank you so much. The real Rava. That is the kindest thing. Thank you so much. How seldom I've heard those words. Someone is proud of me. That's a beautiful thing to hear. Thank you. Emotional immaturity here. It's almost like spirit that is trying to fulfill your wish list is going to get very petty about the details. It's going to get very petty about the details. Unfairness, dishonesty, reliably, a lack of energy. It is going to put in the minimum fulfillment for whatever your witchcraft is. It's not going to overload and give you like the most extravagant for the minimal wish. No, you're manifesting here. So the default is to draw as little energy to fulfill the wish as possible. So you have to get very specific. Hello, Char. Let's see what else. What else is going on here? Yeah, trickery kept popping up on my hand there. Trickery between two roles here with a lot of drama in the direction of laying this ambition, being ambitious to cross that road, but you've got to give up something here within yourself trying to control this. The introspection and the emotional immaturity are what's triggered here. So don't be so ambitious to get your wishes fulfilled. Take your time. Be specific. Joy and harmony can carelessly come at the cost of almost codependency. There's a dependency here for someone else to provide your happiness. It's sticking up on this not tower moment. And the lack of inspiration that came in with this avoiding disaster, again, it's reinforcing this careful what you wish for. Avoiding conflict with leadership and authority. So this is, I've always read this, the Five of Wands in its upright is hijinks and jackassery, and this is somebody going to jail. So there's some leadership and authority coming down it's less about justice because we're not talking about morality. We're talking about local social order, hijinks and jackassery, and someone is setting boundaries. These are personal, arbitrary boundaries, and it's okay that it's arbitrary. We're making the point that it's individual. So there's just this trickery and deception. The magician is getting up to some reinforced hijinks and jackassery. So this isn't coming from, because we've got identification of this hijinks energy sitting alone. Okay, it's sitting alone here while everybody else has been kind of going, do you have any idea what's going on? I don't know. Have you heard anything? And there's this energy sitting over here. It's a signifier. It's a signifying monkey. It's that old song, you signifying monkey up in a tree, trying to pick fights with everybody, trying to tell everybody that somebody else is being ugly on them. It's an old child song. And it's like one of those lesson songs about don't be causing trouble to sit up and watch everybody's turmoil. So we're going to hold this card. They were hoping for an indirect tower to happen. But only if you pick it up. It's like they're completely absolved of any direct responsibility or guilt or culpability. They can't be called a culprit in this. So just that you've got this somebody poking their finger in your pudding, in your state. Somebody's mucking around about in your house, in your business. There's the Death card and the confusion. The Death card's on its head. They don't know how else to be. This is class clown energy. I had to tell, one of my stepkids, it was a young man. He's got about 14, 15, and his engagement with the world is poking fun and hijinks and being clever and snarky. And I was like, hey, baby, if you want to engage me, you got to do it some other way than picking on me. So there's somebody that they don't know how else to behave. You're going to have to pull them aside and say, hey, I see you making signals that you desire this, and this to happen. If you want to do that, you need to pull out of all this hijinks and bullshit here and go to people directly. This is not how you conduct business, because you're just causing problems for everyone, and we all know that it's you. So we all see that you need something from each of us. Don't cause trouble. Let's all figure it out. Let's figure it out. What is it that you need? Let's show you you can trust us to use your words. The Wheel of Fortune popped right out. Cycles of change. There's a better way of doing things. People, use your words. Use your words. There is a charitability here about you're finding a more charitable avenue to address this resistance and confusion. Okay. Take command of the situation here. Be the grown-up. If you see someone else is being not in command of their faculties, even if they're a grown-up, then you got to handle them with kid gloves. You're talking about either someone who does not have the capacity or someone who is quickly losing their capacity, either through anger or old age. So we deal with that with kid gloves. Satisfaction, emotional satisfaction here. There's a calmness, a peacefulness about this. With a curiosity and an intellectual pursuit. Don't get in the feelings here. Strictly, thank you. That's affirmation. Don't get in the feelings. Approach this intellectually. There has been some neglect here and some dishonesty. And again, avoiding this disaster. So someone wasn't getting what they need to the point where now that they're having to exercise anger, and our discussions here have covered belly chakra, and this is now when you can use compassion and understanding your own biofeedback to understand where someone else is in their process and how best to help them. Someone that is processing through deconstruction at the illusion falling off level is somebody that's very different than is still in a guilty mode down in their pelvis chakra. So this person is having some anger, which means that they don't feel like they have a calm mode of change at hand. They don't have a way to deal with this. So they get angry because they don't have anything else. So this is your opportunity to avoid your tower moment. And here we go. Lack of inspiration and just surrendering. Don't add to the frustration by reacting, because they've already done the acting. You don't need to redo it. That's turn these analogies inside out, okay? They've already done the acting out. You don't need to react out. You watched them do it. You already know what's going on. You already can see where they tripped up and fell in the mud on their face, and they're still trying to get the mud out of their eyes, okay? So you can walk over there and help them. You can walk over there and help your brother. Or you could step back and avoid the slings of this flailing idiot. Let's move into another deck here. Let's get a different read. So we were all up in the business of careful what you wish for. Okay. The deck feels thicker today. There's a loaded message coming through. Trigger warning. Because it's gonna hit a little too close to home for somebody here, but the deck feels like I've had it in a humid, hot car all day. It's not warped. The paper is too thick. So maybe my hands are smaller. These are the kind of things you watch for in the Matrix. These are the glitches. These are the signs that you have been transmuted into another dimension. These are the signs where, oh, okay, so when did that change? When was the last time I touched this? What was going on in between there? And you'll find there's been some significant shift has happened and you've been transmuted. Green eyes here. Someone is jealous of the abundance. The unknown abundance. They can't see. It's almost like you've crossed through the veil. You're still here. You haven't passed over. But they can't reach you. They can't feel you. They can't sense you. They can't compel you. And it's like you've crossed over. So they have to physically come and communicate with you face to face if they want anything to do with you. In the later part here, they're late getting to an angel eyes. You may be you are this angel eyes. You expose normal people that are laid bare when they look into your eyes. The transparency there that you have, because you are they have to match your energy because you're so high vibrational. You keep your crown chakra hidden until you get close. And then when they look at you in the eyes, they realize they're talking to somebody who is clean, who has done all the work. And what it does is it agitates their demons. Their demons become fearful in your presence because they know that the person coming to you is desperate for relief from these demons. And they're going to get closer and closer to you and want to stay in your energy and in your field and in your social circle, in your attention. And almost like a child that's being trafficked by a grown-up that's watching over their shoulder. They're waiting, looking for you for a moment to expose the demon that's riding them. And that demon will wait until it has that quiet moment, and it will pounce. And it will make that person expose what demon rides them. So be ready for that and welcome those people. Know your enemy, but when your enemy comes to him, make him your friend. And in that moment, you will transform a life. Look on these demon-possessed people that come to you with kindness, generosity, and pity. No spice, a greater worldview. This is an ex that's going to come to you. They no longer have you in their mouth, and this is relating to how they can't get a hold of you anymore. You cut yourself off from these people. This ex is anybody in your life that you've cut yourself from recently, or since the last time they came looking for you in their mind. And now they can't feel you. They can't get the same feeling, the same zest that they used to, just from thinking about you. And it's because they could connect to you psychically. They can't do that anymore. You've cleaned house. You've removed yourself. You've removed any inclination to return to that. You've seized it. You have seized control of that transmission. There's no pulse going back and forth between you. There's no elemental influence here. So what their demon is not able to reach into your spirit space and tickle and find anything to match on. And so when you meet these people and they come to you and they show they have this demon, they become upset because the demon can't sense anything familiar in you, and it panics. It has this separation anxiety from disaster space. The yellow-eyed demon comes swelling to the surface. Whatever crossroads demon, whatever compromise, whatever karmic incursion this person allowed into their life, or whatever. Yeah, this is a yellow-eyed demon specifically. This isn't inherited disaster. This isn't like a parent that brings a child into distress. This is someone who went consciously and openly into a karmic connection. So this is the yellow-eyed demon. This is the crossroads demon. And it takes whatever in society right now, it's just straight lust. It's just straight fevered lust for satiation. It's this elemental influence is coming back to I'm seeing a flame that is flickering and crackling out. There's a little spark of just the fairy dust about it. It's all just kind of sputtering. It's a sputtering flame. You've nearly starved it. Someone here with wisdom, you've nearly starved it. Something about you've taken the time to really put this fire out. To really put this fire out. You sat with this. So what I've been receiving in the last, what is a pattern for me is when I have breakthrough of download, when I receive a new little piece of deduction that causes me to refilter an entire series of events in my past. In my mind's subconscious effort to put it all to bed and find closure, it will continue gnawing on these things. And that's fine. I've already put it to bed. Well, with download comes, download is almost a warning that there is an incoming attempt to compel you. It's like the demon sends an energy, or whoever, this yellow-eyed demon person, whoever has compromised themselves to get close to you, or to get compromised themselves and made a deal to get close to you. Yes. I'm being blocked here. Because I'm giving away the small print. You motherfucker. Ha! Got it. Nailed it. I won't forget now. When the baddies come in for you with these compulsions, it sends a shockwave through the spiritual world. your spirit guides, your guardians, your angels, your Holy Spirit protection field sees it coming before you do. It's like a dog that can smell it on the air and jumps in front. Oh no! Oh no! And what you get is the message coming through the loudspeaker. You get what follows that is this, that's when you get the kind of compulsions to live rent free in your head. You'll get that, I should pick up the phone and tell that motherfucker blah, 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 blah. You finally think of the thing that'll give you and no, don't do it. Don't do it. It's a compulsion. You already put all of this to bed, remember? So if you find yourself in that, reaching for the phone and just the right perfect, no, that is that person feeling your cutoff game. And you are an empath in that connection. You don't have to be an empath for everyone, but particularly when you're intimate with someone and you're exchanging genes, you're exchanging genetic material, you have that capacity to linger and communicate with the other party, especially if they're impassioned. All of their other guys that are still in you are to get tingled as well, and it becomes an empathic impulse. You can hear them, what they're thinking. You can hear them, what they're feeling. You may not be able to see what they're looking at, but you can feel their response to it. So when you get that feeling of being like, I feel so cut off from them, I've got to reach out to them, I've got to do something, and this is something that's just like out of the blue, you don't want anything to do with these people. These people are feeling your cutoff game, and you are feeling an empathic awareness of how they feel about you. They're over there going, just flip the role, and you can make so much more sense about, okay, yeah, this is not coming from me, this is coming from them, and if I flip it and find out what it is they want me to do, they want me to pick up that phone, they want me to call them, it depersonalizes it from me. And it returns the weight of the situation back onto, oh, I know why this person is in so much distress. Yeah, of course. No, and nothing's fucking changed. I still don't want to talk to them. This is just how much they are feeling that they can't reach me. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. So you get the great, message received. You get the grace of kind of like having a spidey sense of where your frenemies are parked. And you don't have to engage them in order to understand where your relationship is with them. What's behind this? Not waiting for it. There's a brown-haired person here. Not waiting for what? Not waiting for what? This brown-haired person is new to being able to communicate this way, but they are understanding the game now. Okay, so we gave the fine print away to somebody, to a very special mark here. This is not a simulation, honey. There is deviation. What was this? Yeah, there was deviation in the door jamb. There was deviation in the threshold. Somebody snuck through a threshold. Somebody snuck out the door and got tagged. Someone came through a dimension on their, congratulations. Our special mark here, it's almost like they did a spiritual stowaway. This feels like our Libra that made the jump last week out of a dangerous situation, and slipped out the door, like jumped into the laundry bin and got out the back with the supply run. What is there was some deviance about getting through the doorway, because this is our don't stand in the threshold. So they made a run for it in a deviant fashion. Okay? So this message was for someone who was trying to figure out a way out of an attachment. And we read the fine print about your spirit team jumping in their way and you understanding where those compulsions are coming from now. So now when you think of this person and you're overwhelmed with this energy to act, this motivation out of nowhere, stop, drop, and roll. Literally 30-30 on the clock. That's your 30-30-30. Duck and cover, duck and cover. I had to say it twice. It's that nice. Duck and cover, drop and roll. That's the thing. I'm getting, yes. Tom Cruise in that kind of Groundhog's Day war movie with the bugs, the big bugs. You guys jump in the chat. Let me know what I'm thinking of. What is this movie with Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt? Emily Blunt. And they keep waking up, and as long as it resets the time. I told that one, if we don't get it right this time, we just have to keep coming back here. And he says, what do you mean I'm coming back here? It's an anechoic chamber. There's no echo here. I don't like having to repeat myself. Guard your senses here. Cover your ears. This is somebody here like, I don't want to know. 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 No, 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 no. Yes, Schultz from that TV show with the Hogan's Heroes. No, 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 no. I know nothing. I know nothing. Yeah, we gave away some fine print about somebody trying to make a jump with that last dimensional shift. And this person woke up. Who woke up? This person. Salt and pepper hair. This person woke up. So we're talking about somebody else. Somebody else besides our brown-haired person. Allow me to encourage you. Taking you off the hit list. Thank God. They're finally surrendering to you, this salt and pepper person. They took you off the hit list because they can't find you. The two of you and this other person made the jump, and this person got left in this kind of no echo, this kind of silence. There's no sign of you. This was someone that was standing in the same room when our brown-haired person made the escape. It was, something about the blue eyes? Who was that? No. One person made a dip out the door. The Dusty? Well, Dusty just ended up in my lap. This is the salt and pepper is the Dusty. I'm getting a view from our brown-haired person's eyes, 3333. Our brown-haired person is looking at this salt and pepper Dusty. Oh shit, they helped this brown-haired person get out the back door because he said, allow me to encourage you. I'm taking you off the list. Taking you off the hit list. So this salt and pepper person was sent to obliterate our brown-haired person with you. That's our hitman. That's our hitman. In the void. Told me he was. Told me he was. Used to tell me all the time whenever he wanted to tell me some trauma story from his hitman days. He'd tell it to me like he was telling me a story his best buddy told him one day. Somebody that I could never go back to. It'd be too socially awkward to say, hey, so-and-so told me you did this and this. But no, he was always just telling me the stories about what he was doing. He'd always put his stories off one level into the distance to somebody else. When it was really something about his friend, he'd tell me about somebody else that I would never, it always was one person off in relation. He really was a hitman. Son of a bitch. Wishing I could live like a hitman. Y'all, not everybody's life is wild, but you meet people where you can't get the whole story, or you meet somebody that doesn't ask you any questions. Ever. Like for 20 years you guys hang out and they never ask you any real personal questions about you. It's because they don't want you asking any personal questions about them. That's just exactly where they want to keep it. Blank. Look at that. They just want to keep it nice and blank. They want a safe space in their life where they don't have to be hitman. Where they can just pretend to be a regular person. Where the people that are in this place over here on this side aren't into all that crazy shit. And they can relax for half a minute. It's fucking gangster energy. What's on top of this? Did you just see that? Y'all saw that, right? I almost don't even want to know what is under there, because it's like that's somebody else's business right there, or I would already know it. This is going to be confirmation for somebody about what you already know, and it's the worst possible thing. Confirmation. Green eyes, there's envy here. So there is real dangerous envy you're dealing with. So much so that somebody hired somebody not to follow you, but to check on every single person you've ever taken an interest in. This is giving like deep fed background clearance. They go back to your first grade teacher. Take a beat. Somebody wants me to back off. Somebody wants me to back off. Take a beat. Oh, no, maybe they got suspended because this salt and pepper dude's out of a job now. This hitman's out of a job. He's got to go back and take a beat. He's got to go back and take a regular cop job. This is a off-duty cop, or a cop that took time away from the, like maybe took like 5 years out of the business to go do a private contract. Come do some red pill private contract job, some sicko gang stalking shit. They were supposed to get up close to you. Somebody that was in your private life. Somebody that got really up close to you that is not in your life anymore. You have no social ties to anymore. Kind of came and went, but you were really, like, had this real affinity with. Would have been weird for how much you guys got along. But, and then now that, it's just like, I don't know, maybe it's been 10 years. Who knows? How long it's been? 5, 10 years since you've seen or heard? They kind of came and went, and you looked up, and it's been just so long. You were really not even looking for him to come back. That's this person. That's how close they come walk up to you. And when you're protected like this, we've talked about this too before, let the demons walk right up to you. Let them walk right up to you. They can't touch you. They can fuck your shit up, but they can't really touch you. They can distract your world and misarrange everything you own, but they can't hurt you. They can break your heart. They can put you through turmoil, bodily suffering, but they can't really hurt you. You keep coming back. What is this? Bullseye. Every time they take a beat from trying to drill you down, you just keep coming back. They can't get any ground every time they step away, and then they come back to see if they can work. You've had time to spoil out a little bit and work yourself down. No, they come back and you're like, not only did you not fall down all the way, you're like 10 levels higher. They can't take their eyes off of you. They're in the winter. They're getting tired of this shit. They can't keep up with you. They can't 39. They can't keep up with you. That is 12. That's a 1-2. They keep throwing the punches and they're not landing anything. It's a dance. You're taking them for a dance. 1-2. It's a march. You're marching on the nose right here. 1, 2, 1, 2. You are marching these motherfuckers in circles with the deepest gentility. And you're not deserting them. You never deserted them. Something in the last 90 days. We're taking a trip here. We're taking a trip down some kind of memory lane. Blue eyes. I was going to say mammary lane. Somebody's in the cleavage. Let's see. There's a nihilist here that's watching, or this person's a nihilist. They may have said rude things to you about your body while you were dating. There's some jealousy. Not last summer. They saw you last summer, and it renewed their jealousy. The last summer. This is your last summer. Yes. Tell me about your last marriage. How was your last marriage? Don't shoot the messenger. Well, hey, don't be shoot worthy. There is a third energy, a different energy. So we got the brown-haired person, the salt and pepper person, and then this other person here is just a jerk. Somebody that you know that wants to act like they set the whole thing up for you to win. Don't you see? See, I got you into your crown chakra. I put you through all that to make you better. A captive. And wants to give you special information. Okay, so this person that thinks that they were pushing you into your higher elevated self. There's just something about this Stockholm Syndrome situation. This person was your handler, and they're in love with you. Remember when we were talking about these compulsions? They want you to have Stockholm Syndrome. They pushed you into your crown chakra through torture. And it's like, now you want me to be grateful to you? That's what they want. They want you to be grateful to them for you elevating because of what they put you through. No. Now we're going to translate this conversation to why I'm still pissed at God. No. I don't feel like forgiving my abuser. El Jodedor. How's it going, man? They see you. They're watching you from an undetected place. And they I can't. That's where they are. They're just like, they just saw me say all that, but from you. Like they read your body language, or they're watching this and they're seeing this and they're knowing you're uptaking this, and we're all on the same page, and you know they know we're all fed the fuck up, and they just watch this and they're just like, that last word I said, and they're like, fuck. I got nothing. I got nothing. She knows they're watching, and we get nowhere. What are we doing here, guys? That's what they're saying to themselves. What are we doing here, guys? And every last one of them on those teams are in love with you. That's why they're all gang stalking. That's why they're all crawling up your hems. Bullseye. Crown chakra. Take a beat. Let's take a break from this shit. Because what I'm feeling is this crowd of bras that have been working together to all try to bring you to a place of submitting to at least one of them. That's exactly what it comes down to. It's exactly what it comes down to. And then that one will be the king of the hill for however long he can hang on to you. But that's what got us here, right? They've been doing that for how long? And they can't get any further than now. That's why they're fed up. That's why they're in the winter of this. They are so defensive right now. They are climbing a great big spike. They're crawling up a cactus hill. Dying on Cactus Hill, acanthus, acropetal, and abatis. Prickly perennial herb of the Mediterranean, often depicted the tips of Corinthian pilasters. And then proceeding from the base toward the apex or from below upward as a defensive obstacle formed by felling trees and sharpened branches facing the enemy. So they are climbing a nail-sided hill. They are climbing a bed of nails. That's what this is like for them. Climbing, being a baby climbing the side of a giant cactus. They're completely vulnerable to all of it. Adipocere, or I don't know how to say this. A waxy substance of mostly fatty acids and calcium soaps formed during the decomposition of a dead body in a soggy anaerobic conditions. Ew, those are hitman. Agon, a conflict or a drama between two main characters and a blank in the middle. So this was a duel, and somebody died, for sure. Somebody was died and buried, and not properly. Not properly. Relative, agnate, a relative on the side, on the male side only. It's paternal kin. Scorched and burned. So this, somebody got into a fight. Someone was murdered. They tried to burn the person or burned them to death and then tried to throw them in a bog. Throw them in a freaking swamp. Jesus, this sounds like the South. Look, I left Mississippi in 1998, and the folks across the street from me, they got the damn cross burned in their front yard. It's real, folks. It's fucking real. There was a young white woman and a young black man. And there's a virus here. That's that bug of racism. That's that nasty, nasty virus they got down there. Look, I'm not from Mississippi neither, y'all. I just happened to be passing through. I married poorly. I married down once. Irrigation ditch. Yeah, down by the canals. Yeah, we got the Osequas. It's a canal system. Yep, they down Mississippi and New Orleans. Don't get personal on me. What else we got? What's going on here? This feels kind of says dirty South. It's dirty, dirty South. Yeah, all this, we go back up to the top of this prickly little hilltop right here. Everybody's all defensive. Somebody's wrapped up in some deep South race shit right here. This might, I think I'm helping a deal out here. Yeah, there's somebody missing down there, and they're going to find them in a ditch. All right. I told y'all before, when we're doing readings, I don't do crime research, crime investigations. Yeah, somebody's put lie or something in there to try to make them go bad faster, because there's a blank spot here. You don't have information on this. And then a biogenic. and my southern's coming out hard. Adentis is an inflammation of the gland. So they poisoned this person. They did abrogate, to ask, propose the law, or abolished by authoritative action, treat as a non-existent, annul, or nullify. So they were poisoned by an illegal substance. So they're not going to find them in a river. It's going to be a ditch or a roadside runoff. A watershed, roadside watershed. Anything else? That was bullshit right there. Getting in religion, cast off, loose a sleeveless. They go into heaven, cast off in a, I want to say almost like a dashiki, loose sleeveless outer garment. This person's going to have like a long sleeve loose shirt, some kind of cotton, loose linen kind of, not a robe, but like an oversized t-shirt would be. There was a trap door here. I'm going to get out of this energy. This is, I told y'all I don't do this crime scene investigation shit. Yeah, and I know too many people. Hell. Shit. I've had the ex-husband say, if I ever catch you cheating, I'm going to feed you to the fishing pit. The gravel pit. Been around that shit too much. So, aeronomy, the science that deals with the physics and chemistry of the upper atmosphere of the planets. We're getting up high in the heavens again. Abiogenesis, we're back into this, the supposed spontaneous origination of light from lifeless matter. Let's get back into the heavens here. Adrenocorticotropic, acting or stimulating the adrenal cortex. Yeah, we're getting up into some more spiritual elevated space again. Ablate, to bear, tolerate. Remove or destroy by cutting, abrading, evaporating, or vaporizing. So there's something up in the heavens, up in the sky, that's going to come in with lasers. And again, bring in the religion, Zoroastrianism, but it's a generalized card for bringing some spiritual focus. Some, what do you call that, revelations energy. Oh, let's see. Let's get into something a little more esoteric, and then we'll go into our local general deck. Just killing some time here, folks. Just killing time. Yeah, big mood just came over. I don't really like it. Someone's frustrated in their boredom. The hunter has nothing to hunt. The destroyer has nothing to destroy. The eye has nothing to see. And the ocean has nowhere to flee. The village has nowhere to run. And the mountain stands still. No, look. There's the fireman in the mountain. The fireman cometh. This is apocalyptic. The sustainer, the temple, and the shadow is averted. The sustainer wants us to focus on the temple and our shadow work. Something about the threshold, the nectar of ignoring the threshold. We're talking about a deep Zen meditative space here, where we pass through the threshold into a higher state of meditation by ignoring the threshold that enters us into that state of meditation. Don't look at the door. Don't look down. That kind of thing. Get into your meditative study, get into your meditative space, forget everything else. Focus on this inner temple and focus on the nectar, not the door. Focus on the nectar, not the box that holds it. Yes, that was overtly sexual for some. Gentlemen, that's your message. If you're trying to figure out, ladies, focus on the nectar, not the box it comes in. You want to return to the temple? Focus on the creator. Focus on the nectar. Those were the only two cards that were upright. Two cards flipped here. A broken vow. And the siren is angry. She has screamed her last song. The starborn is present and Anamunde powers her. Yeah, this. Look, dudes, your vow and your pact with women, you guys have broken that. Do you understand? We're the only other half of the species on the fucking planet. And you guys are just, you insist on shitting on us. Year after year after year. How long would you take it? What would you do? Huh? What would you do if we all just rose up and decided, not only are we taking our rights and keeping them, but now all of you are our bitches? Nope, that's just the way it's going to be now. Too bad. How long do you think you would tolerate that kind of conversation? Get real, man. It's not about, oh, we want to run the fucking planet. If you can't do it and respect us, we will. We will go about our business and cut you the fuck out. And it won't be no, we're living in your house and having our own secret girly society. No, bitch, you're not coming up in my house. There will never be another man step foot inside my private domicile. Not ever again. Unless I'm calling the goddamn fire department. We gave you our trust and our love and our affection and our children and our bodies. And look what you have done with that. No, I'm not giving you any more. No, we're not giving you any more. The offering here, the sheep herder is, what is this? It's the shape shifter. We're not breaking ourselves to be broken anymore. The offering here, this is what it feels like. Just be here. Just right, that's what you want us to do. Just do. You're not going to be happy until that's what we do. And then when that happens, you tell us we're weak. None of you could do what we do. And I'm not talking about making babies. I'm talking about tolerating the constant fucking daily oppression in every word, in every look, in every up and down undressing to get my goddamn groceries. I wear what amounts to an American burqa because I can't buy eggs without a man putting his fucking hands on me. And it's like this for your wives and your daughters. And your mothers, your aunties, your grannies. It don't matter what age you are. I'm on a bent with this. I am channeling personal passion here. And then can't get a man to take yes for an answer. And then have him get you home. And you making cuddle time on the couch. Second, third date, you in his place by yourself for the first time. And he's a single dad, but his dad's a baby mama's. And he leans over at you and says, I want to take you and do you in my daughter's bedroom. No. No. And that's as good as it got, baby. That's as good as it got. I was going to write a book last year called Book of Heinous, from having moved into a new town. In a new area, actually, with 3 towns. And having lived in the city nearby for 25 years and never run into this crazy shit. And as soon as you step out of town, apparently everybody's learning what they know about life on the damn internet. Because within 3 years, I had enough to write a book just on the lines men would shout at me in the fucking parking lot. And man, it has really changed in the last 3 years. Ever since COVID, y'all's lost your shit. Y'all's absolutely lost your shit. You're not fit for public consumption. And the public consumption I'm talking about is the only other half of the species on the planet. Y'all need to get your shit together. Get a bag. Guys, put it, scoop your shit, put it in the bag, keep it there. Get your shit together. There is no bridge here. There is a cutoff of the womb. The crone is not the crone anymore. You're not going to see women bitching to other women anymore about how the men in their lives are behaving. We bitch at you now. We're not sitting around in coffee clutches. He's doing this and he's doing this and I don't know what to do. And if I can just get him to... No, bitch, no. There ain't none of that. No more queen. No more prayers. It is the desert in the hand, honey, is all you got left. Hope you like it. You got 2 of them. Get to work. It's all yours. It's all yours. It's all yours. So somebody needed to have that message expressed for them. I get that there is a viewer here that is really struggling with those concepts, with dealing with life day to day with those concepts, and needed to know that she or he, because all my crown brothers out there that know how men should behave, all my sister girl men's, I know you deal with that shit too. You got heteros trying to play up and be weird and crazy. All them DLs, all them DL hets. They're the ones that want to do that crazy shit. PI, no gin. So we're talking strictly corporeal here. We're back in, this is a PI that lives on the edge of the supernatural. Every Charmed and Supernatural and all these other shows, they all have a muggle cop that somehow stumbles into stuff way in over their heads. Oh, Valkyrie, I'm hi. Hope you have a good weekend too. Annie Richards, hi. I'll have to go back and look at your timer. Let's see. There's a misdirection here. A failed misdirection. Yes, it's on its head with confirmation for a fail. This person doesn't need any help. They know exactly what they're in for. And they are going to keep their head down. They know how to play this game, apparently. They are familiar, but they have not been able to keep themselves hidden. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. You know how you have these people online that come up and like, with all this crazy shit, the way policy has changed, administration has changed. Federal monitoring of civilians on domestic soil has changed. And myself, along with whoever this is out there with you, you've got somebody that thinks that they're your handler. Yeah. I got the idea of coming out here to do this in front of you so that I could be documented in front of as living and breathing, because crazy shit, PI stuff trying to come up in my supernatural shit. Read a file, Neil. There's a belief and knowing here that is different from faith. They've seen, this muggle thinks that they can handle whatever. They're pissed that you're not cooperating or volunteering to engage them. They have come to you once or twice, tried to start up conversation. You keep brushing them off. There is a negative cloaking shimra here. They are projecting a star seed energy, and they are not. These are downturned cards. This is a dark cloaking of someone. They want you to think that they're one of you, and they want you to believe it. And it's them all the way, and they are trying to remain hidden as this star seed. And they are not. They are not. They are total muggle. They are exposed as a PI with no jinn power whatsoever. They got this, what's on the non-corporeal? The misdirection is about it being non-corporeal. There, huh? Taurus fed. Hi, Dad. How you doing, Dad? Haven't heard from Dad in a while. If you think for a second, Pop, I think that you're off planet, psh, you're a joke. Yeah, that's about the only off planet I want to hear from dear old Dad. And if I get to hear that it came from some Leo energy, fantastic. That'd be a party for me. I would fucking celebrate. I would fucking celebrate that shit. So there's a Taurus. A Taurus that is, I hope they passed over. Nasty, nasty son of a bitch. Nasty son of a bitch. PI pop right the fuck, but look at this. Look. Just insisting on being right here. They fucked up. They fucked up. And they're trying to communicate with us through this that they fucked up. They're trying to win some grievance with you. It's not an exercise. I look irritated because these people in my place, they're not the cavalry. They are not the spirit team. They win when you get in the fields and it is insatiable. Yes, look at that. Release from attachment, and they get to hide in secret. This is vampires. This is a vampire. This is a fucking vampire that has attached itself to you. This is a Taurus fucking vampire. Some of you know when to shut up. Some of you know when you are about to say too fucking much. Interesting that we should have a fight with a Christian. This could be a Christian or a person named Christian, but there is disharmony here. Downturned harmony, misread harmony. They're going to come to you wanting harmony, or they're supposed to be displayed as your harmonious your harmonious connection. But it's on its head. It should be this way, and it's this way. This Christian does not want peace for you. They want to own you. So this could be someone attached to your church, or it could be someone, an actual name is Christian. It could be someone with mono. It could have an STD. They are big about the power exchange play. They're big in the BDSM thing. That not the actual bondage stuff. They like the head games. Again, this dark Taurus comes up. They are so used to dealing with power exchange with this dark Taurus. Although they like to pretend that there is this pure love between them, it is not. It is a love-hate relationship. They're getting something from Taurus, so they got something from Taurus. I already knew that you were connected with this Taurus when I was freaking 16. Meditation. Something about your state of meditation that you cannot be distracted. No more tears. Confirmation. Big win. Insatiable in the feels for what you just achieved. Somebody, every time you elevate, whoever this Taurus is controlling, that calls themselves Christian, gets absolutely like, ugh, for you. Every time they see you outsmart this dark Taurus energy, because they're trapped. They can't get out of that. They are fucked. They are fuckity fuckered. But every time they see you give them the slip, oh man, it just, oh wow, the feeling that gives them about you. All right. Well, we are up at the top of the hour, folks. So I hope you have been enjoying this reading. I'm Cece with Angel Radio Tarot. It's great to have you here. Hey, look, get into that. Subscribe. Hit that subscribe. Get into the chat room so you can tell me what your question is. I haven't seen anybody with a specific question today yet. Let's scan back through. Give our shout outs. Rachel Harrison and Luna. Hi. Magic Jello. No, that's Macy J80. Oh, let's see. The real Rava. Hi. Yes, I will. I will, just for you. Let's see, Luna. Been trying to land a job prior to the end of July, driving you nuts. 0 calls to say for an interview, and 0 help from family members, but by choice. Well, that's, yeah, keep that focus. Keep that focus. Honey, look, you only need the one job, right? You only need the one phone call. If it comes on the last day, you only need the one. Charge raw, thank you, baby. I'll hold $1. Wonderful to have you back. Yes, Mr. Sunshine. Annie Richards, hello. And then Valkyrium. Thank you. Finally got it out. It's like a place. It's like the cafetorium. It's where all the Valkyries hang out. The Valkyrium. Thank you for your wonderful words. Thank you so much. Hey, yeah. Have you considered becoming a member yet? It's really super cheap and it helps me get along. It sure does help the channel when you subscribe, like, and share. And yeah, if you're watching this, oh, we got trouble. We got trouble. Motivated, unmotivated trouble. There's an unmotivated trouble coming to somebody. One on its side. They're giving a side eye to somebody. Your Holy Spirit team is keeping an eye on somebody moving around in your peripheral. Yeah, this dark energy. They are going to eat by the time this is all done. Oh, yeah, love it. It was going to fall off, but it stopped right here on 1, just as front and center, fully focused as I could possibly be right here. We're going to stay right here, focused on the mission, eye on the prize. That's right. That's right. Hey, get into the chat. Let me know what your question is. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button so you can do just that. I'm going to keep reading for just a few more minutes here, folks, and then we'll see what comes up. Let me know where you're visiting from. I know many of you are return subscribers. If you're new, welcome back. I mean, if you're new, welcome to the channel. But my return subscribers, welcome back. Let's see. Someone is 2 under. I'm getting like laying down in your room, not talking. Like your room is all you can see. You're kind of feeling like you want to get out a little bit. There's they. You don't want to deal with them. You don't want to have to keep up the pace, and it's because of her. Yeah, you're not interested in doing this anytime soon. Looking like putting yourself together. This person's going to be critical of you. She can show you how. You're just done with this person. What are we going to do? Why? When? Instead of asking when you're going to do this, you're going to start asking why we're doing this. So whoever this person is that somebody else is trying to get you to, it feels like a family member, and it's a mother-in-law. Or there's just like an annoying cousin or something that's too high energy for every situation. And you just want to hide. You just want to hide from them. Is this narrowing to anything or just giving someone permission? We walk to school, so putting some boundaries down, set some rules down about how you do it in your house. Yeah, you stay inside if it rains. And he will win the race. You're more motivated to, why don't you shut the fuck up and sit down? My people don't have to cheat, they got skills. Thank you, Bernie Mac. My boy don't have to cheat, he's got skills. Do you want some milk, crybaby? The bird is in the cage. What's the matter with that bird? You need to get a leash on that bitch. All right, let me not be ugly. No, let me not be talking ugly. Washington State, that's awesome. Oh, Annie, we're close. I'm up in the PNW right here with you. Let's see. All right. All right. My commercial property is up in Washington, so when I get back into dealing with my property over there and setting up shop, I'll send out a message and hail everybody out. That dog is brown. That dog don't run. Or there's something about that dog don't chase. That dog don't chase. That dog, I can't jump high. I can't jump too high. The cat jumped on a table. The cat did not jump on the table. So somebody is trying to put blame. I'm not able to do that. Or like, why are you blaming me? I can't even do that. And like the cat can't even do that. And it doesn't have to be a cat. It could be any other person. Or someone's got something unreasonable. Or they're trying to lay blame on you for something that you don't even have access to. Nobody's got access. Matter of fact, this person's probably the only person that has access to it. We're getting into some specific reads. Who will win the game? It's rigged. They already know who's going to win. Oh my God, I hate this. I'm getting that feeling like I'm reading the cards before they're popping out. They don't need to know how. They already know how. The question is why, and why you? Something about work, trying to make something work, and they couldn't nail down the thing. They went in without a plan. But that just kind of pisses me off. Because it'll just work. It'll be fine. No, because that always comes out at my fucking expense. That's what you're saying too. No, motherfucker, this always ends up costing me. I'm the one that ends up having to put this shit on my credit card to get us home. Oh, the socks, these socks that I paid $72.50 for because you didn't tell me where we were going and it ended up dropping 40 degrees by 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm keeping these socks. I can't with these people. This is why I don't go anywhere. This is why I don't go and do anything with anybody. This is why, no, I'm not going to let you pick me up on the way over. No, we're not riding in your car. I don't care if it's 6 blocks. I'm going to take my own car. I'm going in my own car. No, you can't ride with me. Because I don't want to have to take you home or clean up your vomit from my passenger seat. No. You're a grown-ass adult. Get your own ride. Get your own ride. No, nope, nope, you're not staying with me. You're not staying with me. Nope, I'm sorry. There's no room in my car. I'm going to my freaking oncologist on my way. They're all friends. These people are all used to dealing with each other this way. Like using, sucking off of each other this way. Keep reading the book. Keep working. Like, you got to stick to the game plan. You got to stick to the playbook, all right? Because these people are fucking everywhere. These white dreadlock trust fund hacky sack pitching babies right here. I'm not going to say hippies because hippies have more self-respect. No, those aren't hippies. These are trust fund babies with dreadlocks and napkins on their heads. With the freaking white people wearing do-rags and kicking around a bag of rice on their feet. And I don't know what, 30 years old and still a sophomore in college. We're all brothers, brother. You're smart. Oh, you're smart. I had one of these silly fuckers look at me and say, it was like 44. I've never read an entire book in my life. That is not something to brag about. Stay inside if it hurts your head when it rains. I don't know how these people survive. I have just barely gotten by. On the skin of my teeth, and my quick wit, my good looks do nothing for me. What do the ugly, stupid people do? How do they survive? Stop the fucking music. You said what? These, yeah. And we're coming into a whole generation with COVID as the excuse of where we have 12-year-olds that have never held a pencil. It's not COVID. It's not COVID. It was never COVID. All right, let's do another round here. Chihuahua. Oh, Chadra, I thought you were shouting out where you were from. I thought you were saying Chihuahua. A little Chihuahua came to my back door. What does that mean, man? That sounds like something else. Heavenly angels come through for us. Thank you, holy Archangel Michael. Yeah, what was that? Who was that? We've got some spiritual assassin here. Your spiritual assassin is a heavenly angel. This spiritual assassin, this Leo that's around you, is your heavenly appointed non-corporeal spiritual assassin. This person, why did they come to you? What, there's pure love, and they're tired of crying. But they were sent to spiritually assassinate you. They were sent by heavenly angels. Whose team are you on? You're not everything that you need. You've got some very powerful energy that really, really wishes you would go away. This message is for my seers, my high vibe tribe here. If you're a reader, yeah, I'm reading the cards before they fall out. This was a spiritual assassination. We're talking about like a dimensional timeline, kind of some very large power that's been following you from lifetime to lifetime. Succubus. This is a vampire. This is a vampire that thinks because you live through lifetime to lifetime, that somehow you guys are tied because they met you once and you keep showing up so they think that you belong to them now. No, dude. You just keep showing up in my face. There's a vampire that made a crossroads deal to tie themselves to you for however many lifetimes. Yeah. And back to the earlier message today with that special mark. If we don't get this right in this time, we have to keep coming back here and over and over and over until we get it. And he said, what do you mean coming back here? And I said, to this time, to this place, to this planet. Insatiable. When you talk like this, it gets them so... When you talk about infinity, it arouses them. It makes their blood warm. It is the siren song that drew you to them the first time. And the corporeal, very real. This is a very flesh response. Yeah, you bring the darkness out in them. This Christian, you bring the darkness through this Christian. You turn them. You flip them. And it has become a contest between you and this Christian. Because you warm their blood, they fight losing that control over themselves. I see you. They fight themselves and call it by your name. And because it is this demon of lust that has gripped this Christian, they have confused this destruction of you with this energy. Get out. Out. Yeah. You're pestering on my dog. Uh-huh. Too much, man. This is bloodlust. This kind of lust is the kind of lust that you see in BDSM, that you see in perversion of sexual deviation, because it is insatiable. It is an addiction because you can't get the same high as doing the same thing as you did the first time when it was novel, when the brain triggered it as a new experience and recorded it as a new sensation. You're always chasing that, chasing that, chasing that. So you have to do something a little more risky and a little more intense, a little more turned up, a little more, a little more, a little more, a little longer. It doesn't care. Make it hurt just a little bit. Make it hurt a lot. Do whatever it takes. I can take whatever. And then you volunteering to flay yourself for the sake of lust sensation. Any dude that's ever had to wait for the skin to grow back, that's addiction. That's, yeah. There is a big call to act on faith here. Folks, you want to take control of your world again? You want to take control of your manifesting again? Take control of your body first. Start listening to your body about how much it suffers and how much you torture it to tolerate the suffering that you allow. Get back to your body. Find first about how it's hurting and go to fix those things. And in the meantime, stop abusing it not by pleasuring yourself, because what you're doing isn't a pleasure to you or your body. At that point, you're abusing your own mind and your physical form. Well, I'm talking about sitting still with that shit. Find out where you hurt. Your body will tell you if you just listen for a moment. How long have you been, I can't sit in a chair for 45 minutes because my back is out. There was a time where I had to go to get a massage. And this is how fucked up I was, living in the city, riding a bicycle. I am too busted in my back to go to a job interview and sit still for 20 minutes. So I rode my bike to go get my back worked on before I went to this interview, and I biked there and back and went home and passed out. That's how much we become accustomed to pain. and then we get in a bad mood about it and start doing things to mask how much it's affecting our mood instead of putting all that effort into going and fixing your body. But like meditation, it's a slippery slope, because once you figure out that your body's in pain and you start consciously feeling it, you can't turn that shit off. And you may find out that your body isn't supposed to be working, that you're barely keeping your body alive. Libra. Libra's asking for help here. Libra's crying for help and has been lied to for so long. So long. Christian has been lying to you, Libra. God damn. Fellas, y'all got to stop letting your brothers tell you what to believe and what to think. I lost a wonderful man because a son of a bitch that I told no got a gang of folks together, convinced them that the best thing to happen to me was to be punished for telling these men no. And then the one man that really was, what I felt was the love of my life, that I waited and put a decade and a half into, they worked him and they worked him and they got in his mind and they caught him when he was away from the home and they cornered him and they hunted him so hard until that man got up out of our house that I paid for and turned down his monthly allowance that came out of my paycheck that paid for his kids. And that man would never had to work for the rest of his life. And they convinced that man that I did not love him. And that man walked out of my life into the arms of a gang of men that hated him. And there's not a damn thing I can do to go back and convince that man that he was tricked. And how sad it is to know that y'all do this to each other. That's just sad. That's just sad. Sad, 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 brother, sad. That's just exactly what's happened here. That's just exactly what's happened here. And see, this Leo that was sent, we didn't know where this Leo came from, and he was sent from this Christian, this dark Christian down here, somebody who virtue signal, or somebody, again, by the name of Christian, has gotten up on our Libra here, and given him this dark cooperation and issued this dark deception, all based on faith, but out of a feeling that this person down here needed to have some contest with you. Wasn't enough to ruin your life, but that's what they were after. And all they thought was they were freeing this man from being a succubus to you by loving you back. Oh, how terrible. Don't like it. It's just a damn shame. It's a damn shame. And then, not all of this is telling my business. But when I'm reading the cards here and Holy Spirit gives me shit that I've already put to bed, don't think I'm over here wrapped up about that man. But that's just fucking sad to watch. And it's that familiar situation that Holy Spirit will bring to me as a thought form and to remind me of, oh yeah, I know what this is like. So I can share it with you. Because you're not alone in what this is. These are just bad people, behave bad in all the same ways. And we do this so we can find each other, so that we can support each other and have solidarity with people that think on the light side of all of this horrific behavior. And we are here to be an island of light and hope to each other in what feels like a sea of humanity that all behaves this way. There's just nothing forthcoming out of any of that virtue signaling, abrasive, contesting, always got to have something to grind on. Everybody's got to push you to see what your character is. I'll tell you what my character is. I don't like to be pushed around. My character is I'm not going to let you push me around. I'm going to go way the fuck over here, and you're going to get none forthcoming from me. You can't give these people any more of your time. It's good to know where this is coming from. Again, we're dealing here with a major compulsion of think of me. She's got to be thinking of me somehow. She's got to be thinking of me. I can't stop thinking about it. If she'd just pick up the phone and call, if I just could figure out where they live. They want you so bad to get with them. Once the cavalry's come in with your big win, you've got backup. You've got backup. Who's in there? I can't believe this Taurus is up in. Are you trying to tell me this Taurus is the backup? This Taurus is the cavalry that kept you from this? I don't buy it. I don't buy it. Unless you're this Taurus, in collective, if you're this Taurus, this is calling out for you specifically. But, okay, so because this is in Golden Taurus mode, there is a different side to Taurus. In this reading so far, Taurus has been a piece of shit. In this reading so far, it's been, what? Libra trying to escape from Christian, who hired Leo to assassinate everybody and get rid of everything so they could have you to themselves in this vampire thing from another life or another time, trying to follow you and did this crossroads deal to try to attach themselves to you. They went and got in the way of this Libra that was supposed to be with you, or is supposed to be with you. Now, when I talked about that one connection where it was, if we don't get this right, we've got to keep coming back here and keep doing this over and over again. And he says, what do you mean? And I said, this place, this time, this planet. That was a Libra. I want to know why this Taurus is involved at all. And why they think that they are the hero for the win. Is this your win? Is this Taurus going to come in and save this Libra out of some shit? Look at how they look alike too. They're working together. Oh, I just got it. Without confirmation. Libra was hired by Taurus to come over here and work with Christian. Libra's the double agent the whole time and had to slip out of all of that because they're about to come in and burn this Christian. That's why that cross came in burning in my reference from living in Mississippi. They're about to come in and burn this Christian down. Because he can't pay this crossroads deal. He can't have you. Can't get you in the time allotted. Lost this contest because you reached some earmark before he did. They've got no other play to make. And this Libra, yep, that's what it is. This Libra was acting on faith about you and was able to pull off this underhanded deception about underhanded cooperation. That Libra was a double agent for Taurus the whole time. I got no Libra's just fine. I used to be worried about Libra. I am not worried about Libra. Libra may have occasionally gotten in over its head and got pretty close to getting found out. But that never happened. We watched Libra make it out in time. So this is stuff that's unfolding in your house right now. Things that are moving in other people's worlds that sit around thinking about you. So when you get these compulsions, just remember, you're getting all these thought forms about people that you don't have anything to do with anymore. coming around out of nowhere, it's because they're sitting around talking about you. And they're figuring out, and you can tell what they're figuring out how to do. They're trying to figure out how to make you do whatever it is this compulsion is to try to get a hold of you. And if you don't pick that up and act and follow those instructions, then that energy has to go back to them, and it goes back into what it was originally. Why doesn't she call me? Why isn't she calling me? Why isn't she doing the thing? They can't make you do anything. Wow. Well, that brings us to the end of our reading. It's been wonderful to have all of you here. I'm Cece with Angel Radio Tarot. Hit that notification bell so you know when I'm coming up again next. Hit that like, share, and subscribe. We're over 2,000 members in just about 6 months. It's been wonderful to be here with you. I'm so glad you're here. Come back soon. Take care, folks. Bye-bye.